Hello, my fellow crafters, miniature enthusiasts, and everyone who enjoys slowing down and creating something beautiful by hand. I'm so happy you're here today because we're adding another special piece to our growing vintage vinyl collection. This display cabinet is designed to showcase your favorite miniature record covers, bringing even more personality to your dollhouse or miniature music room. Whether you've already built some of the previous pieces, or this is your very first project, I hope this tutorial inspires you to relax, enjoy the creative process, and spend a little time making something with your own hands. If you're joining for the first time, let me quickly go over the tools you'll need. You'll need your printed templates on A4 paper, ideally between 160 and 200 GSM, a good pair of scissors, a craft knife for the more detailed cuts, glue, and a scoring tool for making clean fold lines. If you don't have a professional scoring tool, don't worry at all. A blunt awl, a knitting needle, or even an empty ballpoint pen works perfectly. The only important thing is that the tip is smooth enough to press the paper without scratching or tearing the printed surface. If you're new to paper crafting, here's one small tip that makes a surprisingly big difference. Try to fold each scored line as accurately as you can, keeping your folds crisp and square. You don't have to rush. Taking just a few extra seconds on each fold will help every part fit together more easily, and by the time you finish the project, your miniature furniture will look cleaner, straighter, and much more realistic. Paper is a wonderfully forgiving material, but careful preparation always pays off in the final result. I'd also love to share one little trick that I use for paper miniature furniture in general. Since everything is made from paper, the finished pieces are naturally lightweight. They're sturdy enough for display, but because they're so light, it's easy to accidentally bump them while arranging a dollhouse or moving a diorama. Over the years, I've tried to design every base with stability in mind, especially on taller cabinets and wardrobes, but there's one simple trick that makes an even bigger difference. Most of my furniture includes a hollow space inside the baseboard, and that's the perfect place to hide a small weight. You can attach it with glue, double-sided tape, or even regular clear tape. A small metal nut works wonderfully, but you can also use a washer, a few steel coins stacked together if they fit, a short bolt, a fishing sinker, or even a couple of small metal bearings. Anything compact that's less than about 1 centimeter thick will work beautifully. Adding just a little weight near the bottom lowers the center of gravity, making the furniture feel much more stable, and much less likely to tip over if it's accidentally touched. Another simple trick is to place a tiny square of museum putty or removable mounting putty underneath the base if your miniature will stay on display. It's almost invisible, doesn't damage the surface, and keeps lightweight furniture securely in place while still allowing you to move it whenever you want. If you're creating a permanent diorama, you can also use a small piece of double-sided tape beneath the base to prevent any movement at all. One of my favorite things about miniature furniture is how many different ways it can be used. Of course, it's perfect for dollhouses, but that's only the beginning. It also looks wonderful in room boxes, music-themed dioramas, display shelves, collector showcases, photography setups, and shadow boxes. Many people enjoy decorating bookcases or craft rooms with miniature scenes that tell a story. These little pieces also make thoughtful handmade gifts for miniature collectors, music lovers, or anyone who appreciates vintage design. It's amazing how such a small object can completely change the atmosphere of a tiny room. This display cabinet is one of those pieces that instantly draws attention. Instead of hiding your favorite miniature record covers away, it proudly displays them just like a real record shop or a carefully organized home music collection. Every album cover adds its own splash of color and personality, so once you begin filling the shelves, no two displays will ever look exactly the same. You can rearrange the records whenever you like, creating a completely different look in just a few moments. As we build together today, don't worry about making everything absolutely perfect. Handmade projects have their own charm, and often the tiny differences are exactly what make each piece feel unique. Every fold, every carefully glued corner, and every finished detail reflects the time and care you've invested. That's something no factory-made decoration can ever replace. For many of us, Crafting is also a wonderful way to slow down after a busy day. Spending time cutting, folding, and assembling paper gives your mind a chance to focus on one simple creative task instead of everything else happening around you. Many people describe this feeling as almost meditative. I think that's one of the reasons miniature crafting has become so popular. It's not only about building furniture, it's about creating a quiet moment for yourself, enjoying the process, and seeing something beautiful gradually come together in your own hands. There's something deeply satisfying about watching a flat sheet of paper slowly transform into a detailed piece of vintage furniture. So prepare your templates, gather your tools, make yourself a cup of coffee or tea if you'd like, and let's begin building another beautiful addition to our vintage vinyl collection together. I hope this project brings you a relaxing creative break and leaves you with a miniature you'll be proud to display for years to come. Thank you so much for spending your time crafting with me today. I truly hope you enjoy every step of the journey. Happy crafting, and I'll see you in the next miniature project.